Hello, Mr. Harry, are you alright? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, can you stand up, please? Okay. So we're talking about the lines today. Okay, the line. So look, given the 2 points, if there are 2 points on the y space, how many straight lines can you draw across the 2 points? How many? How many straight lines? Just one, yeah?
One.
You can only draw one, right? This is the shortest distance, right? You can only draw one. You can't draw more than one straight line, but you can draw some curves, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. But only one straight line. Only one straight line. If these 2 points are not the same, right? If these 2 points collide each other, then you can draw as many lines as possible. But we are talking about 2 different points onto this space, okay? So now, this is the line. So look, given a x-axis, y-axis, and we can represent the line mathematically using this y equals kx plus b, where k and b here are constants, are the numbers that we already know. They won't change, constants. And the k is called the slope. Okay, the line of slope. What does slope mean? What does it mean? What does it mean, the slope?
Like a slope.
Slope, yeah? Okay. Okay, so if 2 lines have the same slope, what is it? What's the relation of 2 lines that have the same slope?
Parallel.
Well done, good job. They're parallel, yeah? If there are two lines, all the lines which have the same slopes, same k here, they are in parallel. Okay? And b is the offset of that. Look, for example, yeah. Let's say y equals x. Okay, when k is 1, b is 0. Okay, Eric. Look. Eric. Come on. When k is 1, b is 0. So this function is y equals x. Right? So where is line going to be? Is it passing the number 0? Yeah? Y equals x. What's the line going to be like? So how do we make sure because we already know there are 2 points. If we can pick up 2 points, when x equals 0, what's y?
0.
So it passes this point, yeah? When x is 1, what's the value of y?
1.
Okay, so it's 1, 1, yeah?
Yeah.
So 1 is 0, 1 is 0. Okay, so what's the line going to be? You just connect these 2 lines. Why you connect this way? This is the line 1, 1. Yeah. So this line is going to be like that, right? Got it? This is y equals x. Alright? Yeah? Okay, so look, if y equals x plus 1, what's the line going to be?
Equals x plus.
What's the value? When x is 0, what's the y?
X is 1.
So it's here. Okay. Okay, as I said, it's parallel, yeah? So you should be something like that, right? Right? That's the y-axis. Look, we can double check. This is minus 1, right? When x is minus 1, what's the value of y?
0.
0. Look, it's 0. Yeah? Minus 1 is 0. This is y. Y is 0, right? Got it? So look, we prove that, yeah, visually we can see that when k is the same, the slope is the same, the lines are in parallel. Okay, just the different values of b. Okay, so now if k is 0, if the slope is 0, can you draw any line which have the slope equals 0? K equals 0. So it will be like y equals 0 times x plus b. Can you draw, let's say 0 plus like 1? What's this line going to be? If k equals 0, slope is 0, b equals 1, and then the line will be y equals 0, x plus b. And we know 0 times anything will be 0, so y equals 1. So can you draw to me where is the y equals 1? Yeah, so you'll be like that. Yeah, no matter how big or how small, any value, arbitrarily the value of x, y will be always 1, right? Yeah, we can see from the graph, yeah? That's what it means. Yeah? So that's really useful tool, a mathematical tool to visualize the line. Okay. So now today's task is very, very simple. Or maybe not simple. But
Not simple.
not simple, okay? So given a few points, A, on n points, okay? Number n points, n coordinate, n points on the whiteboard, and we want to know, for example, the number of maximum. Okay, for example here, the max number of points that are on the same line. Okay, so basically we want to find out a line that crosses the most points. So in this example, how many the maximum number of points? How many number of the points you can get here?
4.
What's the line going to be? And then
I think it's like.
yeah, we're done. You cross it 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you can draw another line here, but you only cross it 3 points, yeah? That's what it means, okay? So n points. How can we solve this problem? What's your idea? What have we spent most of the time discussing the concept of lines in the last 5 minutes?
We have.
What's the concept you learned previously? The line. Y equals k times x plus b. What's this k? What's this k?
That K is
What's the k? What's the k?
is 0.
Slope, okay? Slope, okay. So if I draw the line here, these two, and if I draw the line here, what happened? What happened to these slopes? The combination of these two. What happened what happened to the slopes? I mean, what are the slopes?
It's like.
Are they the same?
Them.
Yeah? If they are on the same line, their slope must be the same, right? Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, so we have n points. We can brute force the pairs. How many pairs are we talking about here? What's the term complexity if you want to brute forcing n pairs? Remember? What's the term complexity? Oh. And what?
Square.
Yeah, O(n) square. Yeah, and put. So actually it's n times n minus 1 divided by 2, but this is O(n) square. Okay, O(n) square. The pairs. Yeah, O(n) square. So we can brute force the O(n) square, and then we can group. We can count how many. For each pair, we know the slope. Yeah. So look, this slope. And then this slope is the same, then we increment 1, right? And this slope is the same, we increment 1. So that will be, look what? 1, 2, 3. That will be 3. This counter will be 3, right? And then look, if we choose this point, and then we brute force this pair, look, yeah? And the counter will be 2, right? So this is the maximum number. So we want to find out the maximum number of these values, which is the number of the pair of the lines which have the same slope. And if there are 3 pairs of lines which have the same slope, then how many points are there? There are 3 pairs. There's one pair, how many points?
2.
2 pairs, how many points?
4.
I mean, okay, 1 pair, 2 points. 2 pairs, how many points?
3.
3 pairs, how many points?
4.
Always +1, okay? That's what I mean, okay? Yeah? Yeah? Got it? Yes? Because each pair, you have got the same slope, and then first of all, these 3 is number of the times of the slopes counter, and then we +1, which is the number of points. Yeah? Okay, so let's write this quickly. Okay, can you stand up, please?
Oh.
Define max point. And we have a coordinate s. N will be the length of coordinates. So this is the number of points, yeah? Alright? If n is smaller than 3, what does it mean? If we only have 2 points. So how many lines can we have? 2 points. If there are 2 points, what does it mean? 2 points, then the 2 points will be the same line. So we just return 2, okay? Yeah. And we assume the n is bigger than 1, okay? Because that doesn't make any sense if we only give 1 line, right? Right? 1 point, right? If there's only 1 point, you can have how many lines across the point? Lots, infinity. Okay, so if n smaller than 3, maybe we just make it explicit. If n equals 2, return 2, right? If there are 2 points, and these 2 points are on the same line, right? That's it. So now, we want to iterate for I in range. Don't do this. Range. We start from 1 to n. I show you why. And then let's say x1, x2 equals CORDSI. Okay, then this is the first point, yeah? There are points here, and we want to iterate for the brute force the pairs. This is the first point of the pair. And then for J in range up to I, okay, up to I. And then x1, y1, okay, x1, y1, and x2, y2 equals called. Should I put I or J here? Come on. For J in range I, x2, y2 equals called what? I or J? Huh? Come on. I is here. This is the first point. J is here. So what should I put here? J, yeah, right down. And now so at this point here, we want to put a slope here in a dictionary. So let's say slope. So how do you define a dictionary? Curly brace. Or because curly brace, you can do this, but let's do a better way, which is default dictionary, yeah? Default dictionary. And put it int is the default type. Yeah, don't do that, okay? Okay, so and now you can do this, but look, this is what's the difference between this default dictionary and here, and we open this. If a key doesn't exist in the default dictionary, you won't throw any errors. But look, if I said D equals this, and if I want to say D1 equals 0, then D1 plus equals 1, then that's not going to work, right? If you use this syntax, because D1 is not existent, you will report the error. But for this one, that's okay, because it doesn't exist, then it treats it as a default value, which is 0, or default dictionary. So we use this, okay, default dictionary. And then the slope equals what? What's the slope? What's the slope? Look here. This is slope. This slope. Slope equals this distance. Eric, look. This distance. Eric? This distance. The y distance, theta, divided by distance, x distance. So it will be theta y, theta x. So this is 1, this is 1. That's the k will be 1. And how about this? If I have another more slope lines, this is 2, this is 1, then there will be 2, right? So this is y equals x, this is y equals 2x. You see, how do you get the 2? Theta y divided theta x. Y equals x, theta y divided theta x equals 1. Okay, so x, the slope. What's the slope? y2 minus y1 divided by what?
Divided by
x2 minus what?
t minus y.
x1, come on. Theta y divided by theta x. Look, if x2 equals x1, what happened? We're dividing by 0, right? We don't want to let happen. If a value divided by 0, what happened? 1 divided by 0.
It's not possible.
It's not possible, yeah. But so we want to check. If x1 not equals x2, else we give it an infinity number, okay? Mass dot what?
Infinity.
And then we have a slope, yeah? We have slope, we want to put it into the slope. Slopes S, what should we do here?
We
Slopes S,
slope
S, what? We want to increment it. Now we found a line which is plus
1.
equal 1, okay? Right? And here, none, okay, I have an answer. Answer equals 0 here. Right? And answer equals max answer. And then what should I put here? Eric, can you listen to me? So slopes is at least iteration. Every iteration is start a new slope, right? A new dictionary, right? Because we check this point, Eric. Right? So if there are 2, so I have to count out. I have to check what's the largest number of the most common slope. Yeah. So that I will have the max slopes. Slopes dot what? Key or value? What's the key here? Key is the slope. The value is the number of the time of the lines that have the same slope, right? So is it key or values?
Value.
Yeah, well done. Values. Bracket. And then return. Okay, you tell me return what?
Answer.
We want to return how many points? So return what?
Value.
Where's the value? Return answer what?
The value.
Answer is the value. Answer. Remember the answer if there are 2 points, if there are 1 segment, 1 slope, 2 slope. So how many points? Answer what?
Answer.
What? Slopes plus 1. What? This is the slope. That's 1, right? And another line 2. So how many points? When the slope value
Plus
is
1.
2. Yeah, plus 1. That's what I mean. Yeah. Got it? Yeah? What's the term complexity? N square, yeah. Because we are iterating the number of pairs here. I, J, right? Right? Am I right? Does it make sense? Yeah? Okay, so what's the space complexity? Are we using any space? We have a slope defined here. Is it O-N or O-N square? Come on. O-N or O-N square? So we have n points for each pair, for each point. Let's start with these. And we have how many slopes? The maximum.
-1.
What minus 1? Yeah, that's all.
Definitely -1.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the space complexity?
Definitely -1.
Yeah. Why we don't need to minus 1? Oh what? O-N, yes. Because look, the first loop is we try every point, yeah? And at this point, we find a line to the rest of the points. And how many, as long as they are unique, yeah? There will be n minus 1 slope, right? That's in the worst case. So these slopes contains at most n minus 1 different values. So that will be O-N, right? Got it? Alright? Okay, can you tell me this one? Come on. How do you calculate the S slope? You don't need to worry about these two. X equals what? What's the slope? The K, y equals Kx plus B. If I align drawing like that, if I give you X a point here, what's the slope? What's the K value? Remember this, we can draw a triangle. Data y divided by data x. So x equals what? What? Come on.
I think it's something like x.
So I said data y divided by data x. What's data y?
Y.
Y2 minus y1, right? That's data y. Come on, y2 minus y1. Yeah?
Minus.
y1.
What?
Y1. one. Yeah. Okay, and then divided by what?
Don't need to do double.
No, not double. Because it's not integer. But we want to get actually the point. Yeah. The floating point. Yeah.
X.
Yeah. X what?
2.
Yeah. Data minus x1. Yeah. If x2 not equals x1, right? If it's x2 equals x1, we want to assign the slope as this infinity, right? Got it? Yeah? Okay, the last question. What's the value of what's the line of the slope equals 0? What does it look like? Can you draw a line? What's the slope equals 0?
I think it's.
I asked you this before, right?
I think it was like this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's the horizontal line to the x, right? Yeah? Got it? Yeah, okay. That does make sense, yeah? So any 2 points, yeah? Y equals kx plus p. What's the k? Come on, what's k? K is the what?
K,
What do we call this k?
key.
Slope, okay, yeah, key, okay, slope, okay? Yeah, and if the two lines have the same, y equals 2x plus 1 and y equals 2x plus 2. What's the relation of these two lines?
Parallel.
Yeah, because they have the same k, right? Same slope, so you'll be something like that. It will be parallel. Yeah, got it? Yeah? Yeah, that's the most important takeaway, okay? For today. Yeah, this is the line. I'm going to ask you tomorrow, okay? Okay, that's it for today. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye!